in store for us. Let's actually head on over to the overlay now, and let's see what's going on. We're going to have a PvP between GaMBitO playing for DM on match point. He is going to be looking to take the series home and end it right here, right now. Or is Storm's Grast, the other Protoss player? This is going to be his debut match in the STPL. Is he going to be able to pull a win out for his team? Is he going to take us to the ace match on Grand Line? There's only one way we're going to find that out, guys, and that is going to be by going into the game. But what map are they going to be playing, you ask? It's going to be Polaris Rhapsody, as you can see on your screen right now. Really cool 1v1 map. It is a 2-player map, of course. 2 spawns, 10 and 5 o'clock. Really cool sort of high ground pods moving around the edge of the map. Double gas in the bottom left and the top right. And if we of course do go into a more late game PvP, they could be incredibly important to hold. Single ramp going into them with a little bit of a larger ramp. Going from where your sort of natural third mineral only base is. And there's also some mineral onlys in the middle of the map, so overall a very, very cool map. And it's from my shirt is actually from ReZero. It's Ram from ReZero. And that's not an SS symbol. I would have made them change it if it was. It's actually like a lightning bolt, but it's like a super lightning bolt because obviously the 2 lightning bolts means SS. So let's not go into that, horrible people. But you know what? As we're sitting here, let's go into the game. I'm just quickly drinking my tea at the same time because it's cold, of course. But, you know, that's fine. Let's actually move on over to the game screen and let's get started with this 4th game. Okay, need to turn off that music, turn off this. Just double check that's on fastest. Yes, it is. And starting us off in the top left position, we do have the red Protoss. It's going to be fighting for DM. He is on match point. It's going to be GaMBitO. And his opponent down here in the orange is going to be fighting for pSi, fighting for his team's life in this series. Of course, as I explained before, pSi are going to have to start winning some games soon, or they're not going to make it to the playoffs of round 1. It's going to be his opponent, Grast. Okay, well, horrible organization. It was the people at the top that were horrible. And I guess the thing is with, and I'm not going to go into politics too much, but with anything in World War II, a lot of it came down to if you didn't obey what your leaders were saying, you'd get killed by them anyway. So you kind of had not a lot of choice in a lot of circumstances. Kind of like in World War I, and the people who didn't want to go over the trenches when they were pushing for the British Army and stuff. But that's a very, very horrible, horrible subject. Luckily enough, we don't live in a world where people have to go and do that right now. Obviously there are wars going on and things like that, which are very regrettable, but it's people aren't being as actively conscripted to go to fight a battle that they don't want to get involved with. But you know what? Okay, let's actually get into Brood War again, of course. Talking about horrible organizations, this is a PvP, and I mean, if we're talking about how normal Terran players view Protoss, this could be a very bad matchup. But you know what? PvP is a lot of fun. Do we actually have mirror builds? Yes, we do. It looks like the gateway's going to finish up a little bit quicker for Grast. Going to be able to get that gas as well. Looks like he got that a little bit later. So the gas was later, but he does get the gateway a little bit sooner. And looks like we're going to have the core coming up for both players very, very shortly. I mean, apparently we're not going to see a Cybernetics core over here, but maybe he is skipping out on that. Of course, he does need, I believe the core is 200 minerals. Yes, it is. So Cybernetics core going to be a little bit later for Grast. So far, kind of mirror builds, but they are going to be a little bit sort of offset by sort of the early macro decisions and things like that. Of course, the quicker you get your core, the quicker you get your gas, the quicker you get a Dragoon out, but of course this does allow sorry, does allow Grast to go for that very early Zealot. Gonna look to put a little bit of pressure on before the first Dragoon's out, but of course the Zealot coming up for GaMBitO as well. Gonna make it a little bit harder. And there we go, looks like the Zealot gonna be waddling its way over to the ramp. Gonna find another Zealot, gonna be trying to fight uphill, which isn't gonna be perfect, but looks like he is gonna give it a try. He doesn't know this is here yet, but here we go, looks like he's gonna run past. Now, one thing that was pointed out in one of the ASL casts recently by Artosis is Zealots have so much health, even Zealots can't kill Zealots, and you know what, that's kind of true. I mean, look how long it takes for the Zealot to die. It just stands here attacking all your probes, like, you're eventually going to kill it, but that could have got 2 or 3 kills if the probe micro wasn't there. But looks like we'll have a second pylon coming up. Nothing too crazy, but Grast looks like he did chase a probe over to the bottom left of his main. So that will go down. He's going to stop him from scouting out anything. And it's very important he did stop that scout because he is going for 3-gate. Now, one thing about PvP is there can be a little bit of coin flippiness in the builds. Which player goes for 3 gates to try and like bust a robo player, which player goes for DTs, which guy goes for obs first, and things like that. Looks like we're going to have a Reaver play coming up for GaMBitO. Of course, it could just be for obs, playing super duper safe. And you know what, I mean, there's not really too much else to say. We are going to have the third pylon coming up. No robo yet on the way for Grast, so he is playing a little bit greedy. If his opponent was going for DTs, he would have a very, very bad time. Looks like we have a second gateway coming up. Going to allow him to stay alive a little bit longer. And we have an extra pylon moving in. That's going to be scout for shuttles coming in from the side. And this is Polaris Rhapsody Telecom. It does say over in the bottom left of the screen, just in case you didn't see, just above the minimap, I've got a little little thing. But here we go. Looks like we do have the robotics facility up. Are we gonna see a? Okay, so it's gonna be 2-gate obs. Now this could be very, very dangerous. He's not going to have any splash, and there are going to be 3 gateways worth of production coming over to his base here. And it looks like he wants to try and expand. This probe has been sent incredibly early though. Not sure I really agree with this. Better to wait until you're a little bit closer with the amount of minerals. Of course he is going to be allowed there. He's going to be able to use it in the engagement to try and sort of hold on here, but this is a lot of damage going down. Looks like we're going to have Grast try and scout around for any hidden bases as well. Any hidden tech, but here we go. Looks like it's going to actually be a fairly even engagement to start with. One of the Dragoons does go down for GaMBitO straight away, and Grast with some pretty good Dragoon micro here, looking like he wants to try and take this into an ace match, but is he going to be able to? Of course, we do have GaMBitO with, if he can hold on here, he can win the game. He does have obs, so he will know exactly what his opponent's doing. And of course there is no obs here for his opponent. Looks like we actually have another engagement coming in here. Nice target firing on the Dragoons with this. They're going to be doing a lot of damage, but it looks like Grast may just have enough to break through here. The Nexus is likely going to have to be cancelled, and all of the units from GaMBitO have gone down. There's no splash in his main. This could be very well be the push that ends the game. And the Dragoons even focusing down the only pylon harboring the production of the gateways here. He's gonna get it. No more Dragoons can come out, and 3 Dragoons are gonna be pumped at a time by Grast here actually. And it looks like the probes have been pulled. Is it gonna be enough? It looks like Grast may just have too much, but there we go. GG. GaMBitO cannot hold on, and in a very quick PvP, Grast is actually gonna